Yeah. So today is Wednesday, November 27th. Yeah. Um. So like, I think. So I've been dealing with this I don't know, very severe intrusive imaginations. Yeah. And for the most part, it wasn't like that before. Like before, I didn't even used to have any imagination in my head. Like I could barely imagine anything. And then in 2023, I think around June 2023. I started having all these really, really vivid, intrusive imaginations in my head. And it was terrible, right? And since 2023, we're in 2024, we're in late 2024 now. So that's it's been a whole fucking year. Now, prior to that, my whole head, there was nothing like imagination. I didn't used to imagine anything. I could not even imagine stuff. Most of my stuff was text-based, do you understand? In my head. Anyways, I always have all these intrusive imaginations, and they're usually against people that I don't really even things and people that I don't really like, yeah. The way my mind is wired, right? I don't even think about them at all. If I don't like you at all, or if I dislike you, I won't even think. You even make it inside my thinking, inside my thoughts. Maybe your name will pop up once or twice, but it won't pop up again. Yeah, I'm so self-centered like that, right? But I've noticed that things that the things that I care about, the things that I like, or people that I respect, yeah, I usually have all this these intrusive imaginations, doing terrible things to those people or those things. Yeah, so for instance, if a person, right, maybe just think of the most hideous, most irritating thing you can do, desecrative thing you can do to a person, yeah? I'll just be doing something, I'll just be maybe I'm writing code, I'm chilling, I'm watching TV. That imagination will just pop out from nowhere. I'll be the fuck, And I've tried a lot of things. Initially, I could not control it at all. And then it got to a point I remember that I kind of came up with an hack, okay, if I snapped my fingers twice, like this, I can break it. I can break the circle, right? And then I discovered that, snapping my finger was not fast enough, if you will. So I came up with this thing where I could basically take my two fingers and clip it together like a scissors. You have holding a scissors, right? Initially it was just pointing. If you point, yeah, and remember I discovered that if you point, put your index finger up, right? It will break that circle of imagination. Just send another signal to your brain. It will literally break up that imagination. Yeah. So I started doing that, right? And I still do it, to be honest, right? So it's very funny, right? So sometimes when I'm just chilling and I just see that those imaginations are coming here, I'll just put up my index finger, or I'll take two of my fingers and do this scissors, this scissors symbol there, TTT, just and I usually interrupt it, right? But something I've been praying about, I'll be why on God's going until God even allow me to be having this kind of image, because they disturb me. I'll say 90% of the anxiety that I have, yeah, that's where it comes from. I just don't want to see stuff that I don't want to see. Number one, because, usually when I'm thinking of stuff, I don't like to be interrupted. I think that's just it. I just don't like interruptions, any form of interruption. If I'm sleeping, I don't like to be interrupted. If I'm watching TV, I don't like to be interrupted. If I'm writing code, I don't like to. Anything that I'm doing, I hate any form of interruption, right? And the very nature of an intrusive imagination is interruption, right? So I think my brain is deliberately doing those things to me because it knows it will get my attention, and then it will upset me, and then it will throw me off. And those the whole nine. So long story short, I used to any 5 seconds, I used to complain to God about it. Yeah? So I think it was yesterday I told God, I complained to God about it. I was tired, I've had it up to here at this point, yeah? And God was I should anytime I have it, I should the first step is to say I plead the blood of Jesus. So I started doing it. at night, like in the afternoon yesterday, I'll be like, anytime I had like imagination, and it worked, to be honest, like it did work. And then I complained to God about it again today, this morning, because again I was having all these terrible imaginations in my head where like sometimes it would be like the Nigerian flag, sometimes it'd be like the American flag, and then I'll be like throwing shit on it, or I'll be like burning it. Like what's my business with with like flags? It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Or people. Yeah, or just random people I see on YouTube. It's like crazy stuff like that. So I was trying to sleep now again. I tried to walk. I woke up around 1 o'clock and I was working. And then, so it's around 6 o'clock now. So I tried to sleep, right? Because the server that I was trying to use, it was just coming up with like 443 error. So I think because there's a lot of like people using it. I think today's an old day in somewhere, maybe in America or something. So there's a lot of people using it. So it's just coming up with errors. Anyways, I digress. So again, this morning I was trying to sleep and I was having all this evil imagination. So I was just like, Jesus, I'm tired. Do you understand? So I told God about it, and God was like it's like a tree of good and like the human imagination, right? It's like a tree of good and evil. Do you understand? Yeah. It can produce like a good fruit, yeah, intrusively, yeah, by default, and then it can also produce like an evil fruit intrusively. Do you understand? Right? So I was like, So immediately that made sense, right? That if you have the power to, if your mind can subconsciously summon like an evil imagination, right? Then your mind can also you can force your mind to to summon a good imagination at the same time. You know, it's like a little bit like when you're talking. Sometimes you say stuff that you don't want to say, yeah? Or stuff comes out of your mouth that you did not mean it. And then what do, right? You correct it. Or if you are typing on your keyboard, right? And you type something you don't want to type. What do? You correct it. There's even an English name for it. It's called a typo. Do you understand? You don't say, I made a mistake here. I typed something wrong here. And then you start crying around the house and mooning like for the whole day because you typed something wrong on your keyboard. No, you just like on your iPhone, you just go back and, you just undo the typing and type something better on it, right? Which is what I've been doing since. Like anytime I have like an intrusive imagination, it just disturbs me, it just upsets me. I don't say, you know what, let me try to fix this with like a good imagination. Do you understand? I just be like, meh. I just start mooning around. It just starts upsetting me. Or I start pointing my finger up, or I start like trying to use my two fingers to like create like a scissors effect, or I just get anxious and I start to try breathing because I notice that, I just try to I do everything essentially except except trying to correct it. So God was just telling me that you could actually, it's no different from like, again, typing something on your hand, with your hand on your iPhone, you mistakenly type something that you did not mean to type. What do? You just correct it. Simple. Or you say something you don't want to say, well, you just correct it. Do you understand? So I think that's why I'm making this recording actually, so that I can like document this. And then going forward, I think I'll put like a lot of effort. If I have like an intrusive imagination, I'll try my best to like fix it with I'll reverse that imagination directly with something like good. Do you understand? I'll try my best to do it. All in all, I don't even like the whole imagination thing because I just want to go back to how it was pre-2021. Pre-2023 actually, where my brain was just like, it was just text. It was text heavy, very text heavy. But maybe it's maturity, maybe it's growth. Maybe it's all those things that life throws at you and you just have to you have to ask God to help you grow through it. So, yeah. So first of all, I just want to say I'm grateful to God for, I think I have a solution to it now. Yeah. Maybe not stopping the evil imagination, the intrusive imaginations, but at least I can conjure something good in my head. Do you understand? Yeah, so that's it. I think conjuring the good one will take a lot more work and it will feel a little bit synthetic and cheesy, but I don't think I have a choice. Yeah, so that's it. I'm I'm still working on that like video GPT app. There's 1,001 like stuff I want to work on. I think I need to get a proper setup now. Yeah, desk setup. Like I've been just using TVs and everything, but I'm at my sister's place, so that'll have to wait till when I leave my sister's place or when I get like a very permanent accommodation. I don't know, maybe I should stay in Nigeria for Christmas or I should travel, but I've not made up my mind yet. But the next proper house I take, I'm going to have to get it set up, like get a desk so I can like breeze through all this like, you know, AI stuff, all these AI ideas I have to work on. Yeah, so that's it. With God, and we're going to be trying to do like one intrusive imagination. That's how we're going to start. If we have one intrusive imagination, I'm going to try to fix it with one good imagination. And then if I have like, then over time here, once I master the art of the good imagination thing, because you know it's going to take time, because my brain has gotten significantly good at this conjuring evil imagination thing, because it's been doing it over and over again since 2023, right? Initially, when it started in 2023, it was terrible at it, but now I think it has gotten good at it. Yeah, there you go. So I think it's going to. So we're going to do 1-for-1, like ratio 1-to-1, and then I think over time I'm going to like try to increase it to like maybe 1-to-3. And then, so for every evil, intrusive thought I get, I'm going to like do like 3, put in the work to do like 3 good imaginations there. And then eventually I'm going to do 1-to-7. Because there's a part in the Bible that says that if a thief is caught stealing, right, he has to pay back 7 times what he stole. So for every one evil imagination I have, I'm going to try to do like 7 good ones. Yeah. Because that is the point where always affecting me. So like once I get over this now, but let's just leave it like that. So yeah, that's it. I'm sorry.